Hi, friends. I hope you had a great conversation about how we can share the gospel with the people in our lives in a way that is sincere and loving. And that starts with the way that we see people. Each week, we've been doing a practice exercise to help personalize and apply the things that we are learning in our groups. So we want to take a few moments now to talk about this week's practice exercise. You may remember that scene from the movie Finding Nemo, where Bruce the shark is with his other shark friends, and they keep repeating over and over the mantra, "Fish are friends, not food." Well, in the same way, we want to remind ourselves that people are people, not targets. We want to be able to see those that God has placed in our path as people who are deeply loved by God and by us, and people with whom we can share God's love. So here's how this is going to work. This week, we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to do a as you go prayer walk exercise. Many of you have been on a prayer walk before where you gather together with a group, you walk in an assigned area, and you pray for the people there. Some people call it prayer walk, praying on site with insight. And that's exactly what we want to do on this exercise. Only your route that you pray will be your everyday routine, whatever you typically do on a Wednesday. And the people that you're praying for will be those in your everyday paths that you see at work or at school or wherever you normally go. So here's how that is going to work. We're going to do this as you go prayer walk this Wednesday, March 15th. On Tuesday night, we're going to send you a text message with all of the instructions and scriptures and prayer prompts that you'll need. That means you don't have to write down anything I'm about to say. This is just to give you an idea of what to expect. On Wednesday morning, you'll wake up and you'll go about your everyday routine, whatever you've already had planned for the day. But as you go, we're asking God to open your eyes to the people around you, that God would open your heart to the ways that God is already at work in their hearts and lives, and to be willing to see the work that God may want to do in their lives, perhaps even through you. Now, at this point, we're not asking you to engage in any conversations with people. It's just an opportunity to ask God to change our hearts and to open our eyes to the ways that God is at work in the people around us and the potential for the work that God wants to do in their lives. So we'll pray together on Wednesday. And then next week, as we get back together in our grow groups, we'll debrief this exercise and celebrate the ways that God has worked in our hearts and through opening our eyes to those around us.